What's going on, guys? So today I get a boring day for you. Dropped that Chevy truck off. I'm working on the finishing touches on that video, but in the meantime I gotta do bearings on a friend's trailer, so we'll get to enjoy the joys of that. And hey, there's Mama's Mustang. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these trailer bearings put on and hopefully get this thing back, because it's got to roll out to a new home all the way across the country. It's leaving from PA here and heading out west. So we'll let you follow along in this journey and hopefully learn a little something. I mean, a little something I learned: when you're packing grease, I normally like to wear gloves, but for today I kind of have the baggy look going. It works for what we need, because I don't really feel like getting this junk all on my hands today. So a couple of baggies, have your bearings sitting here, take a glob of grease. We're going to do what's called packing a bearing. So take your bearing and you squish it, and you make sure that the grease is coming through the bearing. You want it squeezing the whole way to the top, so that way the bearing is well lubricated. You can't expect a bearing to self-lubricate. You definitely want to make sure you're packing it correctly. And this works on older vehicles too. Some cars have this style instead of a unit bearing. So, getting that all packed up in there. Get a feeling that says I'm not going to have clean hands here like I was trying for. Like I said, you just smack it in there. That way you get all of the needle bearings lubricated. And that's going to go in here. Set the baggie off to the side. Wheel bearing seal. And work your way around without deforming it. And now you have inner bearing and a seal. Give that seal just a little bit of lubrication. You don't want to go hog wild here. You want to give it a little bit. Slide that on. We're going to do the same to the second bearing.
I'm giving up on clean hands at this point, I think. You just want to make sure that this bearing is completely packed in grease. So you keep spinning it. Make sure it's packed all down inside.
And then you can go ahead and stick her in. What'd you figure out on your blanket? Huh? Oh, nice. How much did that cost you? Really? Nice. He said it was your what? Aw. Brakes are making a little tank here. Yeah, that's usually what happens during the summer. Now, some people will agree and or disagree, but I always like to take a little bit of grease and put it in the cap just to add the lubrication. I like having some in the middle of the bearings. Just to kind of protect it and give it a little extra lubrication. The brakes are rubbing a little bit because the trailer has sat, but they are wearing in and they will be just fine. I've already checked all the brakes on this trailer, so things should be kosher there. Here's hoping that everything goes well and it's completely safe, but such is the life of trailers. I mean, they sit, they get neglected, and then when we need them, we have to worry about bearings and seals and, you know, will it make the journey? I mean, hell, I got a trailer that's 3 years old now. We use it as a car hauler. We don't even think about the damn thing until we pull it out, and then it's like, oh, well, that's broke. So, all right, guys, give me a few minutes. You're gonna get rearranged, and we have to look over the brake lines on the Focus. Okay, we can see where it's dripping. Alright, now that we got jack stands under here, let's see what we're dealing with. Well, golly, there it is. Look at that. That line's rusted pretty much the whole way back. But in this car, they're actually separated by wheel. So this one comes from here across, up through, down and across into, let's see if I can find it on the screen here, right here. That's interesting. So I'm going to replace that line for sure. I found it says the other line's not going to be too far behind. Try not to get too much grease on the phone and the stand here. This one must have broken on this side. Oh, we'll see what we can do about getting that out of there and moving on. Oh, god damn, that sucked. Remember, safety glasses. You know, like the ones I'm not wearing. And finish removing this brake line. So this is a European bubble flare. You can see on the top it has a bubble dome here. Versus nominal American, which is called a double flare. And they have just a nut that comes on and you see it comes back in, so it flares out and then it folds back in on itself, and that's what makes the seal. This car has a bubble flare, which of course I don't have in the garage. So I get the joy of driving to a parts store to get a replacement part. And this one this is what we're dealing with right here. So this comes across to the wheel, that's for your hose, and this side comes across and connects there. So we'll have to go get that. And of course it has a inverted size on that one, so I'm going to have to get an adapter also. I don't know if that bleeder's going to agree with me too much. We'll sure try. We'll lubricate it up real good before we leave, so we can get it loose when we come back. Hopefully we can get that loose, because I don't really feel like replacing calipers today. We're on our way to Advanced Auto Parts so we can get brake lines for that wonderful SVT. Kind of annoying that I have to fix it, but shit happens. That's what you get when you drive a, let's say, 15-year-old car. Is it done? That was luck. That broke loose.
Mom panics a lot.
Mom. Yeah.
Like, a lot more than Gimo.
Yeah.
I was pulling in. I know how far away I was from the sidewalk, and she was like, "Stop!" I was bubble, bubble, bubble.
Toilet trouble?
Mom sort of sprayed Axe in the dollar store, so the whole thing's...
Pump it. Hold. Pump it. Hold. Pump it. Pump it. Keep going. Hold. Pump it. Hold.
This is my calf workout for the day.
Pump it. Hold. Get in there. Pump it. Hold. Okay, I got no air on that one.
You're gonna have fun editing this one.
Wouldn't surprise me with you. You're a kid. Grab that mat.
Dragging away my dead body. That's a very messy body.
Okay. Jack's right here. We're gonna go over this real quick. You have the receipt from Dollar Store. Where's it?
In the car.
Go get it. Go, go, go. All right, guys. So let's go over the numbers. Brake fluid's usually about $5. Somebody lost the receipt.
Wasn't
Jessica.
me. Wasn't me.
We're also going to discuss a brass union, which is $3.49, and a brake line, which was $8.99. So, all told, when your mechanic would charge you $50 to $75
That's outrageous.
to fix it, I just did it for an hour in my driveway for $15 or less. So just remember that, guys. If you have to do work on your own, don't be afraid to try. You know, brake line, not that hard of a job. A lot of the car, you know, the newer ones with the OBD2 ports, anything 96 and newer, they actually have computers you can plug in and it'll tell you what's wrong with your car.
Now
It
that's
makes it a lot
technology.
easier. It makes it a lot easier. And it's also, if you don't want to do it yourself, you already know what's wrong, so when you go to the mechanic, they can't, you know, screw you over. So,
Because that is not fun, people.
no, that's why this one right here is doing her own truck. Yeah, you want to point out your truck and what you have to do to it? Come on. Come on. Talk about your truck.
Oh, bam.
Well, bam. What is it?
30, that's what it is.
What year?
201?
Mm-hmm. Oh, one what?
5.4 Triton.
What kind of truck?
F-150, duh.
And what all do you have to do to it?
Body work. Fix a brake line.
So now that you've fixed a brake line with me. Is you confident in doing your brake line next?
Not by myself.
Are you confident in trying?
Well, yeah.
Good.
I run a 15-pound.
And with that, guys, we're going to call it a night.